Hey Stampers, it's Judy Klock here from Stampin' with Crafty Clock, coming to you today for a quick little live at lunch. And today I'm going to be working with this adorable stamp set called Party Puffins. How cute are these little guys? So this is going to be one of the optional classes or the add-on classes that I will have with my August retreat. And registration is now open, and you can go to the events section of this page and get all the details for my upcoming Creative Escape Summer Stampin' Retreat. So let's go and get started. I'm going to try to do two quick cards today using this adorable little stamp set. So the first one, it's going to be pretty basic. We are going to do just a little teeny bit of coloring with our Stampin' blends, but we're just going to use one ink pad in black, and we're just going to keep this pretty basic. So our base is the new polished pink, which I am absolutely loving. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with this one. So for this one, we have just an inside that's going to say happy birthday, and that is going to be in our tuxedo black. And I always recommend that you stamp before you adhere it, because like I said, if you make a mistake, no biggie, you can then just flip it over. But once it's stuck in there, it's kind of stuck in there. So let's go ahead and get this down. And again, I hope everybody is doing well this day. Can you believe 4th of July is Sunday? I just don't even believe that it's here already. For those of you that are in the Shenandoah Valley area, I will be at the Middletown 4th of July Celebration Craft Fair. So come on out and see me on Sunday from 1 to about 6, I think. All right, so now for the beginning. So sometimes if you work in an office or you have a big group, you want a group card. So hey, Jody, hey, Susan. So we're going to go ahead and do what I'm calling our group card, like from the group. So I'm going to start out and I'm just going to stamp our 3 little puffins. And I'm going to stamp from left to right just to make sure I can get them all spaced on there. I tried to do it with the center guy first and I screwed up. So we're just going to go ahead and start from left to right, or right to left. It doesn't matter, whichever way you want to go, but start on one end and work to the other end. And then we have, where's my other cute little guy? Here he is. Yes, here's number 3. All right. And then we're just going to stamp to someone who makes others happy. I put my label on crooked, so I have to pay attention. To others who make from all of us. So to someone who makes others happy from all of us. That's it for the stamping. Pretty basic, one color, just that black ink pad. And then I'm just going to take some of my Stampin' blends. And I'm keeping it with pretty much the new colors, the polished pink, the pale papaya, the evening evergreen. And I do have a little mango melody for his little beak. So I think I'm going to start with some pale papaya. I'm going to do the inner part of his little beak. I don't even know if this is technically correct, but I thought it looked pretty. So I don't know really how it is, but we're going to go with it. And then I've got the mango melody for the front part of his beak and his little webbed feet, or her little webbed feet. I don't know what they are, but guys, gals, whatever, they're just so cute. I love these little party puffins. And there might be some more penguin-y things coming out in the new holiday catalog. You'll just have to wait and see. In the new celebration, there might be some other little feathered friends coming out. So I took the polished pink because, we've got that on the card. So I'm just going to color in his little hat. And I think I did some more mango melody for his little pom-pom up here. And then I just kind of took the evening evergreen, which surprisingly I like more than I thought I would. I thought it was going to be too dark, but I'm actually really liking the evening evergreen. And that's it. We're done. Let's go ahead and put this on our card front. And we can call this one done. So these might be some of the designs you'll see in that add-on class for my summer Stampin' retreat. And I will have 2 options. One option will be Virtual, of course. And then one option will be in person. And if you're in person, the day will include lunch and dinner and, of course, snacks. And if you're virtual, the price includes the mailing of everything to you. So that's it for card number 1. Keeping with the new in colors, I went with the Evening Evergreen for the base for this one. And again, I'm just going to go ahead and stamp the inside first. And look, I did the happy birthday in the Evening Evergreen and the penguin in the black. You almost can't tell the difference. That's how dark the Evening Evergreen is. So it's your choice. Hey, Patricia, whether or not you want to go with that. So let's go here. We have our base. And again, I'm going to stamp it with our happy birthday. I am going to still use the Evening Evergreen because I'm going to use it on the front too, for the sentiment on the front. So I'm just going to stamp a happy birthday. And oh, you know what? I forgot to clean my stamp. Let's flip it over. That's why, folks, we do it. And we stamp it before we put it in. Okay. Don't do what I just did. Happy birthday. All right. Now, bringing back our black ink. We've got, oh my goodness, I can't even get it open today. Rough times. All right, we've got our little penguin guy, the little tiny one. I like him the best, I think. I think he's just cute. And we're not going to color in his beak. Did I color in his beak? No, I didn't color in his beak. You can if you want to. Maybe I'll go back and do it. Okay. We're going to put that mistake on the downward side. No one will ever know except for everybody watching. So because this will live on in Facebook Infinity, everyone will know that I have a mistake on the other side. All right, there we go. Then I took a piece of our soft succulent that was 2 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I put a piece of our In Color Designer Series paper in the Evening Evergreen in 2 by 5 1/2. But before I do that, I do want to go ahead and do some background stamping. So I took the 3 candles and the little fish stamp. You could put them on any way you want on the blocks. I don't know. I just kind of wanted to put them on the same block. And I took our Evening Evergreen and I just kind of randomly stamped a pattern. You can do them individually. You can do them together. It's however you want to do it. And again, some of them will be a little bit stamped off. Some of them will be stamped on. Just make a little background. It's fun to do, to kind of make your own backgrounds. Now see, I've got some on my work surface. So let me just clean that off real quick. All right, I'm gonna wipe that off real quick. Okay, come back in here with a little paper towel, and there we have it. Work surface is clean again. All right, back to card making. Leave that open for a minute. So again, soft succulent, 2 1/4 by 5 1/2. Evening Evergreen In Color DSP, 2 by 5 1/2. And I'm just going to put these 2 together first because then I want to wrap a ribbon around them. So I'm just going to layer these 2 up if I can get my snail to work. Okay, and again, I just always eyeball everything. I don't really measure out that it's precisely 1/8 of an inch from each edge, but close enough for me. Then I have 2 pieces of the Evening Evergreen ribbon. One's probably about, I don't know, 6 1/2 inches long. The other one's probably about 4 inches long. And I'm just going to take my ribbon and just kind of wrap it around this piece. And then I'm going to, now I'm ready to put this piece on my card front. And we will cover up some of that lovely background that we made, but that's okay. We knew that would happen. And see some of those spots where it might be a little bit sparse get covered. All right, then I'm going to take this other piece and I'm just going to kind of tie it up here just in a knot. I'm not going to do anything fancy. I got glue on my hand. I'm just going to tie this in a little knot, and then I'm going to take my paper snips and I'm just going to kind of snip these ends on an angle. Make it look a little bit pretty. Okay. That's all you got to do. Then I have here, I punched this out with our Label Me Lovely punch. And I'm going to stamp our birthday cake. And I am going to stamp this in our black. Okay. And then I just took again, some blends. I'm going to color the candles in the evening evergreen because it's kind of just a little bit of a little spot. I don't want to put too much. And then I'm going to put some Mango Melody for the flames. Someone could blow these out. I think I did a little soft succulent for our plate. So I'm trying to tie in the colors that we used in our card with the coloring. And you could use either the Stampin' blends, which I have, or you can use, the regular markers. I don't have the regular markers yet in the new in colors. I have to order them. But there was so much other stuff that I wanted, and I wanted the blends first. So, or if you're really patient and you don't have these, you can use a blender pen and the different ink colors. There's many different ways. You could use the new pastels, just lots of different ways to color things in. And if you didn't see it, I have a YouTube video on my Crafty Klock YouTube channel with the new doing the new Stampin' blend. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out. And I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and put these on with some Stampin' Dimensionals. And I mean, how quick and easy are these birthday cards? You never really have enough. Change out the colors, and you could probably use this for a guy's card. Maybe not use the pink, use something else. And then I had another little piece here that I'm going to stamp in our evening evergreen with the Make-A-Wish sentiment. Okay. Make-A-Wish. All right. Let me just close up my ink pads right now because sometimes I tend to make a mess with them. And then we'll be ready to finish up. All right, so I'm going to, again, I'm just going to kind of flag this end. Again, I just don't like leaving anything. You could do it however you want. I just like to cut them at an angle. I just think it adds a little bit of interest to it. Again, your card, your choice, whatever you want to do. There's really no right way or wrong way to do these. It's really kind of whatever you like. And there we have that. And those are our two quick and easy cards for today's Live at Lunch. Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. I'll be back next week. Have a great weekend. Happy 4th of July. I hope whatever you're doing, you have a wonderful time. See ya.